So Microsoft just recently announced their next gen system, and their next gen system is going to be called the Xbox Series X, and a lot of gamers are very excited about the next generation of the Xbox. We already know when the next Xbox is going to be coming out. The next Xbox is actually going to be coming out November or December of 2020, basically holiday 2020. We don't actually have a real concrete release date for that system. However, at least we do know the time period it is coming out. Like I said, it's coming out in holiday 2020, so that's very interesting news. But apparently we got more information on the Xbox Series X, because according to Microsoft, it looks like the Xbox Series X is not going to be the final name for this system. It looks like what Microsoft wants to do with this console, they actually want to name this console just the Xbox. And honestly, I have conflicting feelings about the whole name of the next Xbox. Are they going to call it Xbox Series X, or are they going to call it Xbox? What are they actually going to call the actual next gen system? Because right now, as it stands, if they were to keep the name Xbox Series X, I'm not personally a very big fan of the name Xbox Series X. I don't necessarily think it's a bad name, but I don't necessarily think Xbox Series X is a good name as well. I think it's a very interesting name at that, but I think it would get a lot of consumers confused over which Xbox they would be buying, because you do have to keep in mind, right now we do have an Xbox on the market called the Xbox One X. So if they named it Xbox Series X, what Xbox would you be buying at the store? You would have to designate Series X or Xbox One X, and honestly, the names of these consoles just don't make sense. And honestly, right now, I really do believe Microsoft just really does not know what to name their next gen console, and that is actually a very big deal in terms of the sales and how well your system is going to sell. You look back at like 2012 or 2013 when the Wii U came out. The Wii U had so many problems, but we can all admit the Wii U was definitely a stupid name for that console, without a doubt. Why would you want to trick people into thinking that it's a glorified Wii U? Honestly, what does the U part mean in it? Maybe because they had the tablet, and the tablet was supposed to indicate that it was a one-player device. You can play it off the TV and things like that, but naming it the Wii U just honestly didn't make sense, and that was the biggest part of why the Wii U failed, or at least one of the parts to why the Wii U failed, and that was just a bad name. And honestly, I don't also like the name Xbox. If Microsoft was to name this Xbox, what would people be going in the store buying it? Especially like a soccer mom, or like a grandma, or maybe someone who just doesn't understand game consoles. They go into like a Walmart or a Target, and they go ask for an Xbox. What is the guy gonna do? And some people don't even know about consoles. They'll just bring him a random ass console, and honestly, it just doesn't make sense. So I don't like the name Xbox, because we already have multiple Xboxes. What does Xbox even indicate? We've had the Xbox from like 2002 or 2001 when the original Xbox released. We have the Xbox 360. Now we have the Xbox One. And then if they call this just the Xbox, honestly, it just doesn't make sense. Honestly, I hope Microsoft really does figure out a very good name for this system, because right now I am conflicted. I'm not too big of a fan of Xbox Series X or Xbox. Like Microsoft said, they might actually be naming this console. They might just ditch the Series X name altogether, because apparently that wasn't official news that the system was going to be called the Series X. And of course, these systems have not came out on the market yet, so they could change the name by now, and who knows what they're actually going to print on the system. Honestly, if you were to ask me what type of name they would name this system, I'm not really the person to ask when it comes to naming things, because I don't have the greatest names out there. But what I can say is I would name it something maybe like the Xbox 2, or Xbox something. Just I don't know, okay? I really don't know, but all I know is I don't really like the names that they have here. They need something else that just makes it sound much more appealing and won't get consumers confused. It's not like the names are cheesy or anything like that, like the Series X, or like the Xbox that Microsoft has now said they might call this system. I just think that it would confuse a lot of consumers out there when they're trying to choose the next Xbox. So honestly, I hope Microsoft really does figure it out, because right now I just think Microsoft really doesn't know the name of the next Xbox, and I don't think they know what to actually call this thing, and that may be the biggest downfall to the next generation of consoles, if they really don't figure out a good solid name for this system, because I've heard so many people on the internet really conflicted about the name Series X or Xbox, which they want to call it now. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the name will actually be when this console actually finally releases in holiday 2020. Anyway, guys, this is Wayne from MyTech News, signing out.